Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash the subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And as always, I'm not a doctor, don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first. Well, welcome, and we're going to set this up as a premiere, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them during the broadcast, and we'll get through this together. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold. Got over a cold the first part of the year, and now it's coming back a little bit, so we'll just do the best we can. So starting today, January 24th is a Friday, we're going to do a what's called a beef and butter fast, and I'll be posting this up Saturday, and then, at the end of the 3 or 4 or 5 day fasting, depending on how long I want to do this for, I'll let you know what the results were. And yeah, so I've done this several times in the past, and I've been very successful. The very first time I did a beef and butter fast, I lost 17 pounds. It was a lot of weight, mostly water weight, but overall, I ended up losing a solid 8 pounds for that particular week, and I was really happy how it went, and I was really vigilant and careful. So what do we got planned for the meals we're going to make? Of course, a lot of ground beef meals, and the first meal that I'm going to make, I have some frozen patties that I had bought, the ones that you buy in the box, and we're going to fry I got like 9 left, and we're going to just fry them all up and put them in a bowl with some butter, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. And that'll be our meal for the particular day, and until they are all used up, and I'll have those for 1 or 2 days. And then I'll make some ground beef, loose ground beef, and with some butter on top. And I'm going to pick up a couple of things of Kerrygold butter for the better quality of the butter. And as far as the ground beef goes, it's always better, or meat in particular, that organic is always better, but get what you can afford. I'm using regular ground beef, 2080 chuck, and then I'll be using some, I have some steaks that I can bake, and I have some couple of pork ribs that I can do up, and pork loin rather, and I can just wrap them up in bacon, put that in the oven, and I have some chicken, and of course, then to break off of the 3 or 4 or 5 day fast, I have one meal already made out, which I made about 2 weeks ago. I made that chicken parmesan, which is 100% keto. We'll be using that, and then we'll do one meal where we're going to do a chicken crustless pizza, where I'll just take a throwaway pan, and I'll add some sauce at the bottom with some ground beef and some mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and just kind of load it up with some pepperoni and some other different things that I like, maybe some peppers and onions and that sort of thing. I don't like mushrooms. I tried making a Salisbury steak the other day, and it was just totally gross, and I threw the whole thing out, and I was very disappointed how it came out. But I did make a Salisbury steak before. I made this particular one with mushrooms, and it made me realize that the reason why I never liked mushrooms is I just don't like mushrooms. So, we're going to make that particular recipe again, but without the mushrooms, and hopefully we'll have better results. And so be watching for some of those recipes. Now, why would you want to do a beef and butter fast? Well, it's very simple. It's to help you, break a stall or break a plateau. The plateau that I'm currently on right now, my stomach has been feeling absolutely bloated and sick because I've been eating an awful lot of carbs again. The problem is I eat a lot of carbs late at nighttime, and I need to lay off of those carbs at nighttime and eliminate them out of the house altogether. But it's hard because my wife doesn't do keto, and she, or weight loss for that matter, and she has those in the house, and I go in the back, and I'll sneak in the closet, and I'll grab a bag of whatever she has, and next thing you know, I have the whole box of those Cheez-It crackers that I love all instead of, I can't just eat the normal serving size, and that's what the problem has been, and that's why I got a weight problem. I always like to go to my, food is my comfort zone. It's always been my best friend, but it's also been my worst enemy. So let me know in the show more. Do you guys have the same problem that I have? I'm addicted to carbs. What can I tell you? That's and bread. If I go to the grocery store again, and I said this many times, if I got my hands on local, Italian bread, it's in my grocery carriage. And it's not really good for me, and I know it. But I just, for some reason, I just put it in and I'll have it, or something I haven't had in a long time. like Danish or something like that, or the Hermits that I love that from Market Basket, and I just can't eat one and just wait a couple of days to eat another one. I also don't eat the whole damn stinking tub of Hermits in one sitting, and that's why I got a weight problem. And that's why I've been addicted to carbs. So I need to figure out, we'll both figure it out together, but, let me know and down below if you're dealing with some of the same issues that I'm having and how you're dealing with it. And then, of course, then I want to, after the 5-day fast, after we go back to keto, we still going to I'm going to send out for another Mojo meter next week there and start testing my ketone levels. And I'll probably buy the strips at first, the ones you just, in the morning when you go to the bathroom, or whenever you go to the bathroom, you just check it by taking a number one sample, or whatever, the P sample is the best way to put it, I guess. And you put it on the strip, and it turns a certain color and lets you know whether or not you're into ketosis, which is basically burning your fat for fuel. And that's the reason why you wanted to do that. Now, I'll put a old photograph up, and you can clearly see how big I was back in the past here in profile photograph. And we do a side-by-side one. Now, the second photograph that you're going to see, I was at 200 pounds at that particular body weight, and I was feeling really good and then I had my left hip out when I was exactly 200 pounds, got out of the hospital, I actually weighed myself, and I was good. And then, of course, I had, for some reason, I fall within that trap. And so we're going to try to break out of that. So again, the meals that I do, I'm going to film them out, and then I'll show you how I prep them up and everything like that. And then at the end of the 3 to 5 day fast, we'll take a scale photograph, another scale photograph, and the current scale photograph above my, somewhere above me anyways, it's 274. I cropped it down because I get a reflection of me taking a photograph of my mobile phone, and I don't like that. So everything's going good. Dealing with a little bit of a cold again because I'm not getting enough rest. The last 3 or 4 nights, other than last night, has been totally terrible for me for sleep. And so we want to get back on track. We only worked 1 day this week. I was only scheduled for 1 day. She's got me down for 2 days next week. I talked to her yesterday. She said I'm going to start giving me some more hours, probably towards the middle part of next month, because they're allowed to give more store hours. And a lot of people have been asking for more hours, but they just haven't had them available. So she's under the gun. She's got to be my supervisor. She's got to be really, really careful, with that. I'm working at Marshall's, by the way. Absolutely love the job. It's the best job I ever had. Any job that I've done over there is not hard. And that noise is from the central air condition because the heating system is on today. It's very, very cold up here in the Northeast. We do got some snow cover now on the ground. So again, I used to love to go walking, but I refuse to go walking now in the snow. I'm not taking a chance in falling. This past December, I went out and did some photography, and I fell flat on my face, and I braced myself as best I could, and I'm just thankful I didn't break anything. And it could have been a dangerous situation if I would have fallen straight onto the street with cars coming down the road. But it made me realize that it's not worth my life and health, whatever. But next week they got some nice warm days coming up in the 40s, and there might be a few days I might be able to get out there and do a little bit of street walking. I'm not going to go walking at the usual places I like to go because they got snow pack cover underneath, and I don't want to take a chance of slipping and falling. And so I've been very, very successful in the past doing the beef and butter fast. Again, I've lost, sometimes I lost a total of 17 pounds. We got to drink plenty of fluid and water. You're allowed to have 1 or 2 cans of diet soda and that sort of thing. And my preferred soda is Diet Coke Zero. And and then I want to have some Crystal Light and some Pal water that I bought. And so I got the little flavored mix packages to mix them up with some Poland Spring water that I buy. But so I hope you want to follow me along with this beef and butter fast. And the best thing to do is prepare, plan ahead of time. If you're going to just do basically ground beef and steak, try to make sure you got enough for about 4 or 5 days. And how much do I forget to say how much do I eat on the beef and butter fast? Well, it should be like anything else. You eat until you're full, until it doesn't taste good anymore, and then you stop. And pretty much that simple. Now, we thought about doing the lion diet. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a lion diet. Because what the heck is a lion diet? Well, The Lion diet is just basically meat and salt and the water. That's it, nothing else. It's very, very restrictive. You can't have coffee, you can't have soda, you can't have juice, you can't have milk, you can't have dairy, no vegetables. So you're basically just eating meat and you eat salt on the vegetable, just on your meat, just like you would if you were an animal and you're eating meat, and the meat you can fix it up any way you like it, but you can't have spices on it like garlic powder, onion powder, that sort of thing. That's why I said, nah, that's not for me. I mean, I might try it for one day, but really the whole idea behind the Lion diet is just to remind you, I'm not a doctor, but from one of my research is that when you're doing a Lion diet, it's just to correct your gut, so that if you got problems with your gut issues. And there's a lot of videos out there. I got a lot of those links below the show more. Dr. Boz, Dr. Ken Berry, they've all talked about it at one time or another, including the ketogenic lifestyle. And I refer to my weight loss as lifestyle because when I think about diet, it's too restrictive. Now, some of you might know or not, I just changed my name a while back ago, the Weight Loss Mindset, and I was doing Weight Watchers. I didn't like Weight Watchers, by the way. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's promoting their product, and I'm not there to promote their product. I don't like their foods. And when I was there, I felt uncomfortable, and I felt like I was being like a herd of cattle going in there, getting weighed up when I could just weigh up at home and do my video blogs. I got a lot of motivational video blogs on my YouTube channel, and I'll probably post some of the older ones up from time to time with a new thumbnail and some of the older recipes, and maybe do a new voiceover. But that's about all I got to say. So be watching for the results at the end of the beef and butter fast. Again, if you got any questions, ask me. I'll be happy to help you with. And so anyways, enjoy your day, and talk to you on the next video. Have an amazing day. I forgot to tell you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing day.